What, Mom? Ease and seas, up and running, up and gunning. Just a taking some one of my best double album from the 80s. Lot of big musician upon that. You talk about Arsmouth, Robbie Lynn, Bingy Bunny, lot of big star, Flava Holt. Yeah man. One of my best double album that from the 80s, you know. 1984. Mm, 1984. Long time. So it's still about. And also it's go out to friend the pass and choose there. Big up yourself. Rest in peace. Yeah, man, it's still gone too soon, but that's how life go. And that's how it go. But anyway, I'm going to chat about a little thing. I want to say a little thing. When I mean little thing as little thing, but little thing has been saying, so well then some people take it for a little thing anyway. And we are talking about, I think when you digital ID card. Yeah, man, digital ID card. Because when we see, I go on in a Jamaica was sleepwalk right now that because Andrew Wallace want, I just that him want to get through, you know. I just that Andrew Wallace want to get through. Forget about the constitution. Because once him have that, and the people them give him that mandate, because I try hard, I try to trick the people them. And I trick one by one. And I realize what is really a digital ID card, to be truthful. I remember, you know, you have people like Ian Moss, a liquor against it. I'm one of the richest man that, and him should not push it, but them man don't like it. So when them man don't like it, and some brass like idiot, people run like ants full of fat, and we just dive in it. So I say Jamaica, one place where me say, I don't know where the dog get, you know, but them are go rascal because if they not really look into themselves and see what really are going on, them will give them rights. And the most important thing and the worst thing of this as well is the people them, the waste people them, they are to labor right them. Because pimping none of them things, you know. Pimping not go in of them rascal digital thing. That just labor right them follow what the leader say. And anything in push on them throat, them swallow it. And that's all it is. So them don't even know what them are getting themselves, you know. Because just imagine, you know. And you know what them do to them, thank Mark Golden to, you know. Mark Golden do two things. And still it, no problem look long seed man and all them rascal. But they want to really style up some people, you know, because but in a go around, a woman smoke weed, you know, but it's Mark Golden make enough of one can go up on the corner, roll out split on one make like that, big split on the mouth, police are come, I want them have to move. Them can't do nothing. You can't blood on them face. Mark Golden do that, you know. Before that, the police hold you with something like this, you're gonna blood clot jail. There's no doubt about that. So it was ago. And Mark Golden can come change that. And Uno should not respect the man for that alone. And the same thing, the needs ID card, digital card, the Androles want to bring in. At 2 times, we bring in a court and the court strike it down and say, well, it's unconstitutional because it go intrude in a people private business and the people them can't see that, you know. And little by little, Andrew Wallace try to trick the people them and he will trick them. So once a portion of them take that, then the rest of people them will come into this law now. So well then if you don't take it, It's like the vaccine. If you not take it, then you're not going to have no accept to no government, nothing at all. And that are going to be people going to want to do things. So they will say, yeah, take it. At that time, was a play upon them people, you know. And I'm going to realize, you know. So when I say, if it's a Jamaican and the first little Caribbean, we're going to sleepwalk in an ID card, the nasty, dirty thing when they call NIDS. And them don't know really what, that's what I'm trying to show you, you know. You see, common sense, because them the people that just listen to them people, yeah, and them not have them rascal, nothing about them towards these people. They must have use them, because once Andrew Wallace get a certain amount of people who will gladdy and go and register and sign up for that shit. Once him have a portion of people there, then him going to play a hardball now and say, well then, you know, if you don't sign up, you can't get that, you can't get that, you don't have no access to that. Some of the country in a ransom. The whole country in a ransom. A lot of people don't say that. And then again, sorry, at the opposition may fight it down, you know, and get the wrestler judge to say, well then it's unconstitutional. So that's one good thing. So you said the opposition a fight. Because there's nothing wrong with the ID card, but not like in that farm. Where people government control your whole rascal, everything about you. As I say already, you know, all when you shit, them can know when you shit, you know. That is the lowest of the lowest. Anywhere you go, anywhere anything you do, they control everything about you. They know when you draw your money, they know how much money you draw. If they want to really get come with somebody, them know them where about them, know everything about them. That's the way that government want to control, and that's where everybody can remember, you know. Remember, Tony Blair bring that motion in about 20 odd years now, you know. And before him, either John Manger or Margaret Thatcher did try to bring it into when they talk about racism and things, and them try to stop people from a long time them thing up on the card, you know. Over 20 years Tony Blair come with that in the parliament. And English people mash it down completely. Right? Mash it down completely. So that is different to me, I tell you so well, and you know, sometimes me play something other day, you know, where this China man I say black people are the foolish people on earth. And a lot of sense in a way I say. Because to be truthful, you know, when we talk about and something we see from a longer time, we see that England, we see it anywhere you go. We talk about it other day briefly. Because if you have a black man shop there, so, and it has served the community from a longer time, as a corner shop, everybody can go there and blah, blah, and things like that. But make a Chinaman come down and set up business next door. That's why the Chinaman is saying, you know, the black people are a rascal, make them own black people go in a bankruptcy because they come support the Chinaman for some reason. And I know that is a fact that are going from a longer time. Yeah, man. Chinaman always get the support and the black man suffer. We see it happen down the road, so. Black woman have ear shop and the rest of people them have the ear shop them is pure Indian. And we try the black people them pull up. That's the little black woman have to just lock up and move. Because nobody not support her. One black people don't support her, you know. Them gone at the Indian. So that's how we are trying to show it well then. Jamaica, you know, see, if you don't know what I do, because Andrew Wallace is a very tricky guy, you know. See him coming in, steal election other day so neatly, and go on like nothing no go on. All him do something popular to show the people them. But Jamaica, Because remember, you people that are in labor right, what I say the labor right said jump on the jump. Anything them say, it's right for uno. Remember, when you do them things there, I make Andrew Wallace get them way. We try that all the while, Who gonna suffer? For sure, say, uno not shame, uno not ambition. Uno not a shame, no ambition, because kids gonna suffer, and grandkids, and kids. So that's what I go there, And the kids are gonna suffer bad, bad, bad. And where the country go with this shit, because people don't really realize what's going on. When government hold you hold your ass cloud belly, so them can't control you. And at that Andrew is a head too. That's why you see sometimes, you see America, that now go happen in America if you know. No, ID card, which ID card? Because you have your birth certificate, you have your passport, and your fucking what more. So what they want to control everything, one little smart card, and like a card like that, All your information depend on that card. And just put it in and log it in and everything come up for you. So them can see everything where you do, them know everything where you do. Oh, so you call that country. So I'm not sure sure well then when we say that dictatorship country I go down, I want serious thing. But it not gonna affect me, so me alright, Cause when I not do that and sleepwalking and things like that, me not have surf, no way. I mean, as artists and a big artists I come out to come talk about them things there. When things are not comfortable with it, all right, don't keep your mouth shut. I don't know what it is, because it's a serious thing. Very, very serious thing. There's no government entity supposed to control people like that. Nah, man. So, because we are government, the people are government, them just represent and they want to go that mile. And they want to sneak it. But I say, like England, America don't do the same thing too. Come out and protest. On the rascal like Jamaica. Eh? Just stay still. And Andrew will take him time. Him know what I'm doing, Because I use him head and he come with sweet talk and blah blah, and people like a charming thing. So once him start to get a certain amount, if Andrew Wallace get 150 people, 150,000 people sign up to that, believe you me, that's all him want, It'll be like COVID. If you don't take the injection, you can't get. And that them not come with I never work, remember? One time them use, when the COVID come out the other day, them try them things that are weird, But they never work. People smart. People smart. But the people upon a wall never go down the road there. Because that's what you have to have COVID passport. So if you not take the vaccine, you can't fucking travel. So that was something I put on a marker. I never work. I mean, no say not gonna work neither. Me thought that already. We see them back off. Same thing Tony Blair do. Over 20 years ago. Table this thing already to have a national ID. Because we never call it digital ID them time there. National ID. So you have to just have an ID card. Just like Nancy Germany. But if that didn't really exist, what you don't have now, they will just turn the version now into digital. So I just click on your finger, everything just rascal there. So you can't hide. Okay, you want to live in a world like that. Because if you have sex, them can't know when you have sex. Every fucking thing. And people don't realize and look on the amount of technology, the AI will exist and all these things. Right now. Can change people's voice. Can make people look like people. And you think it's a real, real thing. So all them things are not scary. Must fucking scary. You can't have your house and people know exactly what you're doing in your house. And that the road it will lead down to, this digital ID, with all everybody information in it. You color your eye, every fucking thing. You can't hide. So it's like you're a sitting duck or something. And Jamaica want to go down the road and so quiet because them a fool, and when I say them, mean all the Jamaican them. Because when I talk about the people that we follow the Labour Party who dieted and anything, because we see them up, we see it play out. We see all the bloggers them and the GLP bloggers them and them followers, eh? Including all Vegas too, who say well then him have some they know a little about education, which is just bullshit anyway. Right? So anything the party do, all of them wrong and double wrong, them back them. So those have to jump, them go jump. So them go sign up for the fucking thing. So what me I try to say, if Andrew Wallace go around and trick people, that one cocoa full basket, and other people know. So if when he reach that last lad, so at least 150,000 people sign up for that. You can't stop him again. He might put it through because he's a dictator. And dictator get what they want in the end. Till when the end. So people now look on that. It's gonna be terrible and dreadful. Jamaica, you're not ready for this shit now. But ID card. But you fuck you have TRN. You have your passport. People have their driver's license. What the fuck more ID? So them people are really and Jamaica people are really tolerance to really come out and really bond them for that. Instead of them bond them are back them. Not the whole of Jamaica as I'm saying, But the Labour right, them can mash up everything, Because them can't give Andrew Wellness a majority. Because if them sign up for it and it reach a certain amount of number, then him can implement it heavy-handed. So if you not sign up, you can't get that, you can't do that. And you will get cut off everything. You're gonna even get cut off. No good. That's gonna happen. That's gonna be one of the main things. You're gonna get cut off a doctor. People don't want to be sick and dead. You see the trick where them come with, and the rascal game where them play. Because if you're gonna cut off from hospital, although the hospital they're already too tough, But they say, well then cut off from clinic hospital, medical treatment and things like that. As I'm saying, although it's not really dead, you can pay slappiness, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. At the same time with COVID, When I went 2021, yeah, my neighbor got Jamaica. I say, well then boy, so what you do? You take the vaccine? Say yes because she want to go to Jamaica. And she have to fly to Jamaica. So I say, boy, if I that, this is the word I said to her. I say, if I that, for me, if you go to Jamaica, I fly go anyway. That would never happen. Because I'm not going to take it. If you do that. That is brainwash. And that me tell her, that a brainwash. If I that, them go, things are, if the world is still like, oh, me still in my mind, Boy, I tell you, boy, you have a good world. A better world. Because people don't see the real raw facts. And when you see the facts and you come out against it, then them can't do nothing. Yeah, man. So let me say, well, then look, if Jamaica me if you go, I'm never going to do that. Because that was a fucking blackmail. That was a trickery. And you see it? When she come up from Jamaica, and they say, you see everything boil down now, you can't go to Jamaica. So you never have to do that. Just hold out, man. Just people, so just we don't have faith, And that's what we don't have, That's why you see things like, you know what I mean? But just hold out. And even the one Vegas, they remind him on this. He was telling people to take their vaccine, like he's a consultant or whatever. Or it's good to take the vaccine. And they want him live to do that. because Ray and Lil. And then him come out back with him big rascal mouth. Come say, well, then boy, I have to apologize. If him gonna take it back, you know, take back the talk when him talk. Because if he didn't know, you know, hold out, he would never take the vaccine. Him talk in one mouth. I'm say, you see it? But them say cock mouth kill cock, and that's what you call it. Because he might give people advice, so it's good to take it. Because Ray and Lele, and then now after a while, him says, well, then, and the same thing, a lot of them get fooled, no matter you say, people go at them bright, you know, that makes sense. Because me hold out, me not take nothing, I mean, I go take it, me never take it. Because me just looking at myself and say, well, then look, a vaccine, you know, just invented so fast. As what me a year, growing up on my knowledge, vaccine take years and years to develop. So this is something where them come with, they try thing with the people, and the whole COVID thing. And something not get better. One thing wanna get better, you know, since the COVID, you know, is food price, you know. And not even food price alone, prices in general. Yeah man, everything gone up. Everything gone up. Sky high. We buy a fish today, one fish. You know, we just see fishermen say, well, boy, them big, them parrot they look nice. You know, some big parrot. Anyway, we buy 37 pound, one little rascal fish. Before COVID, that same size fish would be for 15 pound at least. 14, 15 pound. So I try to show you the price tag just gone up on all item, household, food, you name it. Everything rascal double up. So this is the thing what I try to say. That's the only thing when it change in the COVID, the price hike, you know. But a lot of the fucking where the COVID you know. Where the fucking COVID? All them are coming and try it. It's a trick, them a trick the world and so much people dead and we can't understand. So them come because these people want to control your everybody privacy and identity. They want to have it for themselves. So them can once them do that, you know, I just it what you say, and what them do now, they might use Jamaica as a guinea pig. You know the guinea pig style. And Joe just get the money to do it and them get a work to carry out. And they determined to try everything. That's why I'm try when I try. That's why I'm teeth election another day. Dry eyely, broadly. And him dead still wishes me to predict that already anyway. So don't surprise because I'm gonna do everything with TV election. And that's what I do. He's still in power to carry out him work and want to finish his mission. Yeah man, he want to finish his mission. He want to finish his mission. So what England do now, they bring it back in a parliament and now them wake up the English people like a can of worm. Jamaica no done. Jamaica just quiet, just a chat on the corner and chat on the corner. One political party, which I don't recognize, UIC, they come out and talk about that. And them are the people that are the right thing. But people now look for them way, you know. I look on for them street, you know. Yeah. But I mean, I tell you, say, I want a serious thing. Very, very serious rascal thing. Very serious thing. And the debate went. So we'll listen to what this brother has say. Because a lot of protests are going on in England, you know. People now blood clot take that, you know. People from all walk of life come out and, you know, And that's what I know so well, and that will not happen. It happened already. As I'm saying, a 2 times it come up on the table, I think it's a Margaret Thatcher time, I don't remember. But definitely Tony Blair bring it in over 20 years ago. And just disappear. Because English people now have it. They can't push down nothing with English people throat like that, like Jamaica, This is different we are talking about people act civilized and come out with them right. I bet you this is gonna blow up. It's not gonna win, It's not going nowhere. No debate, there's no argument. Argument done. Once the people come in their signature, Jamaica don't do them things there. All them run up them blood clot mouth. And now I do not just word without action. I'm gonna like that. Them are people have action. Be sure that this little part with this brother here. He might explain.
And eventually the idea was dropped due to the civil liberties concerns about the whole idea. The fact is, protest. I was just down. Somebody asked me down at the bishop.
Tracking where you go, what you buy, what you read, and what you think. And we already know the government polices that quite harshly. We've seen this happen elsewhere. In China, it's tied to a social credit system. In the EU, it's being linked to bank accounts and digital wallets. Once that infrastructure exists, it never stays voluntary for long.
Exactly.
Today, it's about security, it's about efficiency, but tomorrow it will be about compliance and it will be about control. Just think, who remembers the COVID passes?
Yeah.
They began as a temporary health measure. But as we know in politics, nothing's ever temporary. And they quickly become conditions of everyday life. And they said to us, it's your choice. It's your choice if you want this, but if you don't do it, we're going to force you out of your job, we're going to ban you from seeing your friends, we're going to ban you from seeing your family, and we're not going to let you go out to places. But don't forget, it's still your choice. They were never our choice. And digital ID, once it's normalised, there's nothing to stop a future government that can linking them to your tax records, social media, or even your bank account access.
Everything.
And now it's already easier enough to get arrested for what you tweet online. Just imagine when they have the records of our names and our addresses at their disposal so easily. We're all going to end up in the slammer reading 1984. And let's not forget, of course, that our government has an absolutely terrible record on protecting our own data. I mean, this is the government where there was NHS data leaks, lost laptops, and we even gave information to the Taliban. This government has proved time and time again they just cannot be trusted with our personal information. And yet it wants to now control a centralised digital database for every citizen in Britain. No, we do not trust them with this kind of power. In fact, we should not trust any government with this kind of power, no matter who they claim to be. And we're not alone. Nearly 3 million people have already signed a petition against digital ID. So there may not be many of us here, but there's many, many more of us out there. And you know something is a problem when us of the right wing...
So that shows that 3 million people, over 3 million people signed the petition, That is the population of Jamaica. And Jamaica fucking a gaze from this rascal thing. Because I tell you one serious thing this, To me, go trouble me, We just see it right now, go trouble me. But them rascal people and when I say I'm sorry for those little rascal, youths them will come up, and them are going to feel the blunt of it, and them going to say, well, in that this, our parents sell you out for, when on a gone. Yeah. When you come in a bandage, you must say, well, in at this, our parents selling out, where I tell you, them are going to feel the blunt of it. because this is what they want, and that means, well, then, yo, let me tell you something. Jamaica, one better get wise up, you know. One better get wise up. Over 3 million people signed the petition. Yeah, I want more than that, you know. The population of Jamaica that. Our Jamaica that do. Just talk around the scene, around the back and things like that to themselves. Then now come out, come protest. Look at them people here. There's so much protests are going on. People come out now, them thousands. Right now, the government cannot go. All this are going to do, it's going to shut down again, just same way like how it come already. 20 years ago, them bring up this already, you know. I never go nowhere. Forgot about this. So this is like an idiot brother, you know. I never call him idiot, you know, Starmer. I never like the brother here still, you know, the Prime Minister, you know, because him look tricky, his face look tricky. And the thing is this, you know, he's a flip-flopper. Because things when him say, whenever say in a manifesto, him come and do a lot of things now. He never talk about them things here when I try to run on a campaign. Just like when Andrew Wallace do, them all do it, you know. Now he come with all this shit. I don't make no sense. Because people, it not going to allow to happen, people. In this country, I can't tell you that. As bad as I can't understand, that will never happen. That will never fucking happen. Yeah, man, not going to happen. But you hear me play this, that's Jamaican them no really a pre-right now, you know. Because them are going on a slippery road. Because them are take it too slow, too easy, too soft, too everything. Like them just happy-go-lucky. And as some of them play it, happy-go-lucky game. You can play happy-go-lucky game, but they have young youth who grow up. A generation you go left behind. So what kind of example I set for them? Them say you never want to use on earth in the first place anyway. You just come as a lag and have pitney, and then you set no example for them. You put them in the rice clad furniture fire you put them in a. Because them can't, them make the decision, and you are make it for them, you know. And by making it for them, your hands and heart with these people, and anything them say, you want to do it. So that's the thing there. Yeah, man.
Are agreeing with Jeremy Corbyn. But the government, as expected, so far have ignored everyone, as they usually do because they have no respect for democracy. But as Margaret Thatcher once warned, we must always be aware of the enemy within, which is much more difficult to fight and far more dangerous for our liberty.
Never touch the shores.
The greatest threat to our freedom doesn't come from a foreign power. It comes from our own government. From a government that believes that people are to be managed and not served. From politicians who think they have the right to control everything that we do, from how many glasses of Coke we drink at a Nando's. My friends, this isn't about technology, it's about trust and it's about freedom and it's about the kind of country that we want to leave to our children. Because once our identity becomes digital, our freedom is gone forever.
Yeah. That's true.
So let's all draw a good line under it today. I don't care who the fuck you voted for in the past. I don't care if you're UKIP. I don't care if you're the British Communist. To be fair, the British Communists will be cheering this on. I don't care if you're Labour. Let's work together and say no to digital ID.
Yeah, no to fucking digital ID. Fuck it.
They say that digital ID, as Sophie touched on there, they say that digital ID is to stop illegal workers in the UK. Well, there's a very simple solution. Deport! It's not difficult. It's something that us conspiracy theorists have been screaming about for years. She also mentioned COVID passes. Well, did you know the Nazis had something called the Gesundheit pass? It's got a health passport. Exactly the same thing. But I'm going to welcome the stage now to someone that you may all know very well, and that is Nick Tenconi, the leader of UKIP. Louder. I think it's dusk. It's night time. It's a good job I got blessed with good eyes. What a fantastic crowd. Give yourself a round of applause, everyone. You come out. I might just camp here. I might just live here. I won't move in here because of all the speeches.
Good vibes. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. We support this
we know that he's not
process.
going to listen. He doesn't care.
And let's have a
Do
listen.
you guys know that Keir Starmer wants to bring in digital ID to stop the boats?
How effective?
Yeah, man, we are talking about this, but here's some man, you see, that's why I like them country, you know, the ideas of people mind. People don't take anything, right? People don't take anything. But anything them show on Jamaican truth, especially honor and wellness and constitutional, them take it and hold it. And when the rascal hospital are run down and them things that they don't see it. So them go to sleepwalking at this fucking shit. And that me really worried about. As me say, a lot of protests are going. And this not going nowhere. They have to scrap that and find something else to do. So this is what them can do. This is what not gonna happen. You know what I mean? This is what not gonna happen in England. They are not come with them rascal idiot thing there. And then, nah man, it's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen at all. I show a little clip of one place named Philippines. Right? Philippines was on a dictatorship with Marcos and his wife. Till them topple him 1986. Right? And a dictatorship, you know, the people might eat out of rubbish, bin all them things there. And when Mark Golden come out and say, well then corruption sucks. Corruption cause a lot of things. Look what happened at Haiti and the place there. Right? How the place stay. It's a state within a state. Right? So this is Philippines. You know how long we are talking about from 86, you know. And this are the country same way today. Look at this. You look at the slum where them people are living now. Eh? This is what dictatorship do, you know. Left a mark on the country, you know. Because Mark was cheap up all the money. Look at them places, eh? Where people are living now. And them are some nice rascal girl and them girl down and so too, you know. So a lot of people go down in places go look English people go look woman, you know. But sometimes you can't trust them girl, yeah. Because you brush them off, and as you put them and brush them off, them, oh, so I mean, I will take the chance. One never do things like this. But, you know, as some nice woman them down there, but believe you me, they must suffer like, wow. Them in a slumber. Eh? You look at that. So Jamaica don't watch itself and walk down a slippery road. That's how Jamaica gonna look when Andrew Wallace them done with it. Yeah, man. That's how Jamaica gonna look when Andrew Wallace them done with it. Because it's no joke. Because there was corruption doing it. Because if them rub up the money and things like that, if your next government gonna come in and fix that. That's the thing, you know. It's gonna take all the next 25 years. So the same thing happened with the Philippines now. Although Marcos get toppled, him and his wife, him have to run to America. But him already thief how much billion and resources, some of them things, the gold, them all them things there. So it will take a long time to build back. Right? And with and that cost it now, so it look like a shanty town. Yeah man, look like a shanty town. So that is where corruption do, you know. And I do things me look on and like to highlight. Because Jamaica have ghetto and people that live away at Jamaica. But look at this country. Philippines a rich country too, you know. Very rich. In a lot of resources. But I don't know. I just have a rascal thinking, say, well then, Andrew Wellness, because I remember, you know, Andrew Wellness get away with everything up to so far, you know. Him can't tackle why. Till you come thief election and get her scotch-free. Governor General barely honor him and swear him in without no question asked. I mean, when election I run and the result of my account, Governor General never sleep. You see every fucking thing. Sorry. But I mean, I know, you know, I want to serious thing, but you know, when you can't stay there and go on and go on and go on, I don't really realize what go on. Because it looks like when not do it for the family, you know. When not do it for yourself. Because when I live your rights and also no sound to it, live near shit, and that's all it is. Yeah, man, no business about tomorrow. You know, a lot of people live with us today, you know. They don't live with tomorrow. So that's why them always be somebody where them a live and them a work and rate and them a do this. But yet, they never have money. They never saving. They go back to in a difficult time. They have to depend on borrow. All them things there. People, yeah, me tell you something, man. I just some see them die at labor right here, you know. Yeah. I just some see them. Just some see them die at labor right here. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, man, a serious thing, man. When I look at that thing, a serious thing I go on. Serious thing with his ID card there, because it's not right. Them should never really mention it. Still a big up Margolin, because if Margolin is like, you never know him I do. Andrew Wallace no rascal get him away. But him carry go a court. And that's all it is. Carry go a court and
Time for the UK to debate like this. And let's be clear, the potential abuse of personal data, either by the government or by people within it spying on us, or just as likely, by people who attack the system and manage to break it, is very high indeed. Secondly, there is a problem within this whole system of the presumption of suspicion. In other words, citizens will be continually required to prove their legitimacy by being asked to give their identity. The idea that we'll all have to walk around with this card and present it whenever we are challenged by anyone, be it the ticket inspector on the train, or a police officer, or somebody at the GP's who asks us to prove that we have an entitlement to the appointment we just made, or whatever else it might be.
For
It's going
criminal.
to be going on and on and on. We
For
will
crime.
always wonder whether it is us, the person, that matters, or the card that really counts. And this creates another opportunity for abuse. The fact is that there are disproportionate demands made for ID from minorities already. We know that people from all forms of ethnic minority and people who do not have a white skin colour are subject to systemic abuse within our society. They're much more likely to be stopped by the police. They're much more likely to be challenged with regard to not having an entitlement to some form of service. This whole issue of identity cards could in fact normalise that. And people who are already subject to discrimination could be subject to a great deal more suspicion and a higher order of proof being required
True,
all
true,
the time
that's
of them
true.
in a way that will make it apparent that there is active discrimination in our society. And that, to me, is a serious threat to the unity of our country, which is very worrying at a time when so many politicians appear to be trying to exploit that fact for their own advantage. So, there is that issue, and then there are other more difficult ones. For example, would it be possible for the government to restrict our freedom of movement? They might say, you are only allowed to live within 10 miles of where you are because there is what used to be called an antisocial behaviour order on you.
Yeah.
Or
All
there
them
might
fucking
be a
thing there.
requirement that a person
That's
is required to
seriously, you
live
know.
within a restricted area of the UK,
Anyway, that
as
them a
once
blood
happened
clot up
to
that
people in
Jamaica.
Northern
Jamaica
Ireland
finished
who had
with the poor
movement
people. Them.
restrictions placed upon them. All of this is possible. And of course, it's also possible that this restriction on the right to move could be applied to those who want to protest. So once you
Yeah, all it
have taken
again.
part in a protest, the government says, we will monitor you and we will check where you're going to be. It would not be hard to link this ID card to your bank card, of course, and that would be sufficient to be able to find out where you were. This in itself is deeply threatening to our right of freedom, our right of movement, our right to
Of
be able to
course.
say what we wish, and so on. And links to employment checks could also harm labour rights, because our whole history could be shown to our potential employer and potentially put them off if at some point we have made a criminal error. And many people have. Many more than you would imagine, I suspect. I admit I don't think I've got a criminal record, but lots of people have. And that could come out in ways that could be deeply harmful. The fact is, anybody who's already, for any reason, marginalised in the UK could become very much more marginalised as a consequence of the whole issue of identity cards. And then there is the right of access. How do we ensure that people get these cards? It's estimated that at least 1.7 million elderly people in the UK never use the internet in any way,
Yeah.
including on a phone.
Yeah, because
They
you
might
see,
not even have a mobile phone.
because you see all that now, I don't say all Jamaica, they don't think about all them old people, vulnerable people, you know. They don't give a shit, you know. Boy, I tell you, say, boy, yo. These people call themselves government, you know. They are upset and we don't know what they do, you know. People life that can cause death by anxiety, frustration, we don't call it stress, and all these things. Because your life, your quality of life where you have as a senior citizen, where you can manage, and where easy for you, then we'll change it now and make it so difficult for you, so people will take it to heart. Them now look on them things, you know. Because a lot of changes that, you know. Big changes, too big. The anger right now. But it was a jump in a thing like that, and me don't know. It's like, boy, yo, boy, I don't know. Play another track here, man, because, yo, listen some dub, get some meditation here, man. Some wild meditation as well. Yeah, man. Roll around away, you know. Everything is unreal now, man. Yeah, man, this is real music. Instrument of players, no computerized. And that's when things start to change from when, people now use bands again and they now use live music, they start use programming. So we just go back to some reality, listen to some great dub, because who want to sell out themselves and can't go and sell themselves. Yeah. Selling yourself for 30 pieces of silver, man. When to sell on yourself, when I'm going to sell on the kids, on the grandkids, on the grandkids' kids. Remember, when I set a family, make the generation live a better life more than uno. Yeah. But I don't want that. When you live a chaka life, and just leave it for our kids to live the same way. Because I don't set the fucking example for them and pave the way for them and say no to fuckery. So them can come inherit the good part of it. When they not do that. Yo. Wake up, man. Don't know. Yo. Gears all the while. Gears. Meditation sound, full of meditation. Yeah, man. Smoking a good dry weed give good meditation. Listen good roots music from the art, especially when it's organic, cause it's human being at work. I put instrument together and mix them down, put in the effects and get it so smooth like this. Yeah man, rubber dub we call it, you know. Instrument of music, otherwise instrumental, no vocal. You say that come from first, you know. Yeah man, a dub I call vegetarian. Great Leroy Wallace, Mouth, and drums. Robbie Lynn on keyboard. Flower Holt on bass. Bingy Bunny on rhythm guitar. Rhythm guitar. Solid as a rock. Yeah, man. I want him to really afraid for, with Jamaica. If we go down that road, The Republican, there's nothing wrong with that too tough. But this digital ID is worrying me a lot. Worry me a lot. This is what Jamaica go to. Because only the rich gonna survive, Nothing to do with the poor people. Because remember, the rich now spy on the rich, So when them get people in the other people information and privacy, it's against the poor people. It a aim for completely. Not the rich people them, because them not gonna spy on themselves. So them alright. Once you up there, sir, you're alright. Once you down here, sir, you get fucked. The thing I got really blood clot, made for the suffer Anyone who move, they know say because they want to control people mind, Because remember, they're not control for themselves, but them alright, All of them up there so agree with it, Because it will benefit them. Them not getting a hustle, for them think they go safe. But the poor people them now, and the youths them, once you like somebody, them see what people are do. And this will find rascal at execution, murder. Yeah, man. It's a really, really thing I'm say a boil up. And a worldwide thing. But the only thing, nobody only Jamaica come close if you accept it. And me just show the outbursts of how England are telling us well then how they don't want it. Because remember, 20 years ago, Tony Blair come with this shit. I'm passionate about it too. But English people, we should know them gonna do that. Them reject it. And this idiot bring it back again now. I don't know where my try to prove. But sometimes I don't know what them depend, I know I get a backlash. And me talk about the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. I get a backlash. I should never go there, so again. The British people not going to accept that. We already have a passport already, brother. You have a British passport, it's your ID. If you have a rascal Jamaican passport and you're legal in the country, it's your fucking ID, same speed. Because that them ask so in everything. Bank, you have to have a passport, valued. Anywhere you go. You have to do government business, you have to have a valid passport. Simple as that. Sometimes they don't even want driver's license either. They want a passport, because passport is your first identity. And people supposed to know that. You ID that. Wherever first like go, with more ID again. And a trick people. All these people come, the leader computers come and that's what I say, Anything them tell people and tell them in a way where it sounds so good, but them tell them in a way where they don't understand the word, Because they use some big word with the small word. Talk with them understand in a patois, and then them talk something where them not going to understand in a big diplomatic word. It's just like when you sign a rascal agreement or a contract, and you read the big part, the big letter, them the first pan the contract, but you have some little thing down there, so when you fine print, and that get out people all the while, because they don't read the fine print, I don't know, have a representative to look on that a lie or something. So them always rascal, me not know, So at the same thing, I come around, they come in a different form. Very, very stink. But you know, in at the end of the day, they might try it all about the place, but it's not working for nobody beside Jamaica. It's the closest country to be a guinea pig on this ID, digital ID. But no want it, man. Only the fool them will run and take it, and when it start to bite them now, them now have no way to run. But you better watch yourself, you know. Especially on the diet people, you know. You better watch yourself. Because it's a serious thing, one crucial thing this. About you and your siblings and your family. Believe you me. Like when you meet Jamaica good, you know. If you don't really want to go down the road, you know. When you just mash down that street, you get about that. Just like what England do 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. And now they come back with the same fuckery. I don't understand them people, you know, what them are dealing with. Yo. You can have, them people is something, man. There is something. Why them can't have a good mind of them own? More than a year them people that say, and I take something out of it. No, they just hear everything when them say and just grab it, and that's all it is. They don't want to really clarify nothing or really double check nothing. You have a thing named fact check, you know. You can't go there. But they don't want to do it. Once them hear from them and once them talk something, it's okay with them. What kind of people them there? What kind of people them there? Now they are going to mash up their own country. If I've suffered them mindset still. No, sir. But all me can say, you know. I watch the space seriously and see what's really going on. Because Andrew Wallace, him trying everything to get at least 150,000 people out of the 3 million Jamaica them. Once you get that, you know, there's no stopping him, as William say all the while. There's no stopping him. I'm talk, I'm bold, I'm big on that. Because all the shit him I deal with, him use some psychs from people and do all these things. No one gonna stop me now. Much time the brother to come out and I don't know what I do if I brag him a brag. Can't sing, but him I try to entertain the crowd and that a feel like trademark. And people will laugh and love him for that. But he's a 3 card man and that's all it is. Yo. Sometimes he make me laugh, you know, bad. So anyway, we just listen to what this bad man has say and finish up the thing because I was just with the pan. So we just hear this brother has say.
In fact, the whole idea of the identity card effectively imposes a phone tax on people. They have to have access to the internet to make these things work. That's going to be the whole point of them. And in that case, that is deeply worrying. A, because of cost, and B, because some people just don't want to or can't have access to a phone. How are we going to deal with those people? How are
Yeah.
we going to deal with the
That means
homeless?
the thing, you
How
know.
are we going to deal with the very poorest?
And the
Are
whole
we
of
going to
people them seen at
provide
them.
a phone as a universal basic service to ensure that they can get access?
And everybody know
We
technology.
don't know answers to these questions, and they worry me enormously. There is a risk of creating a two-tier society. And then
Well, that
we
will
also
happen.
have the risk of function creep. The
Two,
idea that
yeah,
IDs might
that's
be
what gonna happen.
absolutely tied to voting, policing, immigration, taxation, benefits, healthcare, and so much else means that in practice we would be totally tied up in bureaucracy all the time.
Yeah.
Our human rights would effectively become a data right, and without that data, we would be a nobody. Is that something we really want?
Of course, a simple thing that me
I
know.
worry about this.
All the human
In
rights are
theory,
gone.
ID cards could help because of the way in which they could ease bureaucracy for the most able, let's be blunt. In practice, they pose a risk to privacy, of freedom, and equality. The UK has traditionally been deeply sceptical of state control. Unlike many European countries, we have resisted this idea of having papers or an ID card or whatever it might be. So the core question now is, how do we protect our rights without enabling even more surveillance of every part of our life and without enabling even more exclusion within our society? I haven't got an answer. The government is going to need to find one, and that is something that is the biggest challenge to them in this whole process, because I'm not sure they're any better prepared for this argument now than Tony Blair was in 2005. What do you think? Do you welcome the idea of an identity card because it might make your life easier?
No,
Or are
man,
you
you're mad.
worried about it because it might help the government to monitor you even more than it already does? Are you worried about exclusion? Are you worried about minority?
Well, you say it might help the government. And it's not going to might help the government. That is the aim. That's what's going to happen. So, that's what's going to happen. You're going to stick it down there, man. Stick it out there. But, as I'm saying, England safe. That cannot pass by passing law again. They have to back with that. That get mashed down already. When you have over 3 million people sign the petition, they have to think that is the law. That is all about the constitution as well. Once you have a certain amount of people pass the limit or sign something, you have to think about that. And the same thing that happened when Tony Blair implemented over in the 90s there. Yeah. And that did happen. And just fucking vanish out of the fucking like 10 year. So when am I bring it back if I know? Not gonna work. Not gonna work. We can't put my head on the block. Not gonna work. So Jamaica, wake up. Wake up, wake up. I'm begging you, wake up. This time, don't make it go that way there, brother. We don't need that. We need to reject it. So I want to fool people where I think otherwise, I better stop it. Yeah, man, better stop it. It's not going to look good. And at the present moment, it not look good. Because Andrew is trying to use him head. He might work on it hard, He might try to go anywhere he can go, he might try to talk about and use him head and get people information. And he must sign up people behind him back as well. And then he use his number and say, well then, search. Let me tell you something, man. I thought this, I tell you some people, it's gonna be as the Ratty gonna say, powder house. Ellen powder house. Because me understand if Jamaica people can really so dark. If you have a few of them dark, but not so much of them. If you have a few of them dark, not so much of them. Should ever so dark. You want to go down the road there. And you can't see little tricks in it. And people won't benefit. People can't be so dunce, man. And dumb. And fool. Because that we call them right now, We can't send them better more than that. If people don't suffer, when the man just say like while, what's gonna happen to the scene of people them and people don't have a phone. A lot of them people that are Jamaica as well. We're well back at the class and them just live a life. We're gonna come down now, interrupt them life with this shit. You kill them off before time, as me say. You kill them off, brother. Suicide, people start to stress, lot of anxiety. Because them not live life a simple life till them time come. You put more pressure upon them. Yeah, that's why I say sometimes we see when the politician up and want to shoot with shit. So I make it plain again with shit. Shoot with shit, with a shit tank, with a hose and shooting it down with it. You don't deserve that. Make when it done when you're not dead enough, but you know smell of shit. And that's all it is. Yeah man, you know smell of shit. Because you're too wicked and have no conscience to people. You're not no government, you know. Only a representative of the people. You know, represent the people. We the people is the government. If we're not voting on, we can't go nowhere, we don't have a job. So what do I come with you like a fuckery? When I want to shoot with shit, and that's all me I say, I write this up, I'll leave it right there, so because I don't really want to go on, because I'm big, and it burn me the fuck. But I try to make a little pint on this, and listen to me dub them saying we get some meditation. But on my last word, I don't want to shoot with shit. I'm going to leave it there, so. Big up each and every one that pass through on the chat, and guidance and protection. Yeah, man, big up on yourself every time. Yeah, and we are out. Out, out.